Scott Schober is the CEO of Berkeley Varitronics Systems. He joins us now from New York City. So, Scott, what would you consider as the #1 cybersecurity concern in the United States? Is it really elections, military, or is there an even wider common issue?
Well, certainly it's an issue across the board, but a lot of focus has been on the elections, the 2020 presidential elections. And why so much? Because there's been so much meddling, and they've really proven there are a lot of vulnerabilities still in the entire election process. They deemed it critical infrastructure, the entire election system, so they can get more money and get more support and help from a cyber perspective, but not enough is being done. $2.1 billion they estimated was needed to properly secure the election systems by the 2020 elections, and they've only given a little bit more than $250 million. So only a fraction of money has been allocated and being spent to truly secure the election systems, and that's a concern across the board. So more has to be done very soon.
So, when it comes to either influence campaigns like you see on social media when it comes to these elections or the election infrastructure, do you still think the U.S. government is somewhat better prepared than it was leading up to 2016? Is it a little bit better?
Oh, absolutely. They've done some major advancements. They're doing much better. But remember, the bad guys, the hackers, they only have to get into one or two systems to cause disruption. And really what they're trying to do is they're not necessarily trying to change votes per se. They're trying to meddle. They're trying to break down Americans that vote. So now they question it and say, is the whole process a joke? Should I even go to the polls and vote? That type of doubt is planting seeds in many Americans' minds, and that's what their real intention and goal seems to be, and it seems to be effectively working.
Why has there been perhaps a hesitancy in spending the money to make improvements? The cybersecurity industry has exploded in recent years. Talk to us about the rising cost of cyber protection and, at the very least, modernizing systems and infrastructure.
Sure. Well, first of all, the systems for the voting and the election process are somewhat dated. It's extremely hard and extremely expensive and time-consuming to update all these processes. Plus, the people behind the scenes, the human factor is often the weakest element. So if somebody that's trained to work on a voting machine is no longer there and somebody new comes in, that training process is not happening quick enough, and it makes it more and more challenging to share that knowledge to keep things safe. But something as simple as open USB ports on election machines, huge problem. Many of the machines, still 20+% of them, are connected to the internet, which opens up a wave of opportunity and vulnerabilities for hackers to now exploit anywhere upon the face of the earth. So for so many different reasons, it's hard to play catch up in such a short amount of time. And again, it's not just in this particular area. It's affecting small business. It's affecting large corporations. It's affecting the military. So cybersecurity now has become every single person's business, where they have to make adjustments and keep things secure just to fight back and have a chance.
All right, time is ticking. Scott Schober in New York, thank you so much.